Let's get in on these things.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to react to the latest news from Aubameyang, for Aubameyang and Casemiro. We just got the here we go. So would love to express my feelings about these two things. There's a whole heap of other news as well about Anthony Gordon and Wesley Fofana, but we're not going to cover all of that in this particular segment. We want to cover these two stories, which is quite hot at the moment. Wesley Fofana and Gordon will cover that later on in the evening. And do stay tuned for the entirety of this particular video. There's a little bit of a teaser, a little bit of information right at the end of the video that you guys might be very interested. In fact, I know you would be interested because this is something I'm very excited to, come into fruition on this particular channel. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, Aubameyang, the meeting. Let's have a look, the latest that went down, and we'll give you the reaction and my opinions on it. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang update. Being told meeting with Chelsea on Thursday night, which was last night, obviously, was very positive. Personal terms won't be an issue. Chelsea and Auba's camps are on the same page about contract. I knew personal terms wouldn't be an issue. We are going for this particular player, and the way we are throwing money left, right, and center for players out there, I knew personal terms wouldn't be an issue. It's now time for talks with Barça. 30 million price tag considered too high. Okay, so this seems to be the issue. This price tag in the fan base seems to have created a bit of a chaos. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, do you know what? These mugs, Barcelona mugs, they got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for free from Arsenal, and now they want 30 million euros. There's information that apparently we are looking to put in our first bid somewhere around 19 million euros plus another 5 million euros in add-ons, which personally, I don't know whether that's going to come to making this deal happen. We may need to go back to a second deal and get closer to that 30 million. But as I said, not a lot. There are some parts that are getting a bit upset about this price tag. And my issue is we don't have the grounds to be upset, my man. This is the honest truth. There is no point in bringing up the scenario that, MIZ, Barcelona got Aubameyang for free. Well, that's not Barcelona's fault. At the end of the day, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Arsenal and Arteta, they had a fallout, and Arsenal terminated his contract. This is not something that Barcelona asked Arteta or Arsenal to do. At the end of the day, Arsenal made that choice. They terminated the contract, which essentially gave Barcelona an opportunistic moment to get this particular player on a free. And they got him for a free. And now he's under contract with Barcelona. So Barcelona owns him. And once again, we can't be upset with Barcelona for pushing us around in this particular player, because we are desperate to find a striker. Everyone that we wanted in this particular transfer window in terms of an attacking outlet besides Sterling has been taken by Barcelona. So right now we're desperate. We don't want Ronaldo, which makes the whole striker position very, very thin. It seems like we don't trust what we have, or we don't trust that enough to start on a regular basis. So Barcelona knows it's a classic supply-demand situation, basic economics, that Barcelona knows Chelsea are desperate for a striker. They have their eyes set on Aubameyang. They're going to do level best to milk out as much as money as they can from us. Like, we can sit here and be upset that, these mugs ripping us off again. It is us to blame. We put ourselves in this situation in the sense that, obviously sanctions and the ownership situation did create massive chaos. Hadn't it been for that, maybe we could have been far better positioned. But then again, I don't trust our scouts. Our recruitment, the issues with Lukaku, issues with Werner, it's because of all of these problems we put ourselves into this mess. And now here we are with Aubameyang, and we're going to have to pay overs. I'm sorry, we are unfortunately going to have to pay overs. We may not pay the entire 30 million euros, but we will have to come very close to it, because the way Barcelona are looking at this situation is that we're not desperate to sell Aubameyang. Depay is moving on. Braithwaite is probably going to have his contract rescinded as well, and they may do a few other things. They've pretty much registered all of their players, bar maybe a couple, which I'm pretty sure they'll find a way. They always seem to find a way. So once again, they're in the stronger position than us. We can't be like, do you know what? 19 million and 5 million, euros. I just want to quickly show you guys because that's what's been touted around. But that's the price at the moment that is going on. It's over here. Just in around 19 million euros fixed plus variables close to 5 million will be Chelsea's first formal bid for Auba to be presented imminently. Now, we all know, they want something around 30 million, and we consider that to be high, but I think we're going to have to get a lot closer to that. This particular price of 19 plus 5, 24, I think probably 27 or 28 does the job. Now, you can hate it as much as you want, but the unfortunate truth is we're not in the stronger position here. At the end of the day, Aubameyang didn't really look like he wanted to go. He's now moving because he's getting a better personal terms contract situation. Some are saying that it could be double the pay. I'm not surprised. It probably will be double. Some were saying that currently he's on 80K per week, so double that 160. That doesn't sound that big. But some are also saying that he was on 80, but then he got an increase with Barcelona. And that increase is somewhere around, 140 or 150K per week. And when you double that, then it gets closer to that 300 mark, which is what I was sort of expecting Aubameyang is probably going to get from us on a shorter term contract. So look, don't go around smashing Barcelona because ultimately some of these mess we've made. But in regards to this particular player, ladies and gentlemen, I'm all down for it. I'm happy. I can't wait till Aubameyang becomes a Chelsea player. As I've always said, I still think he's got a bit to give. I still think, even though he's 33, he's still got the goods for at least a couple of more seasons. He's very good inside the box. I still think he's a very good finisher. He's good in tight spaces. He can play on the right hand half space, left hand half space as well. And I can't wait to see his link up with Sterling. So look, I think this will happen. This is now very, very close. The fact that we've got the good news in regards to personal terms not being a problem, I always knew that wasn't going to be a problem. It's just a matter of now finding the middle ground. Obviously, they want Alonso from us as well, so maybe we can do something to net out the position there. Further on in this particular news, more Aubameyang and Chelsea, everything is on track regarding personal terms. Player salary will almost be doubled. There you go. Will be doubled. Not surprised. Barcelona has communicated to La Liga that they'll soon be getting rid of a player with high wages as well as one with medium wages. Auba's exit is hot, while the other player with medium wages is Memphis. This is from Gerard Romero. And when this guy speaks, I believe Gerard Romero before anyone in terms of Barcelona news. To go on Aubameyang, I believe we can compete with this group, but it's one thing to compete once a week and it's another to compete 60 times a year and 3 times a week. You need to have players who challenge. It's also about the depth in the squad and the challenge. So look, as I've always said, Thomas Tuchel has always been jovial about, Aubameyang when it comes to press conference. He doesn't want to give out too much, but then again, he's also giving out little bits and pieces. Those underlining messages, I suppose, that we need to focus on. So look, Aubameyang, I'm very excited. I can't wait. I'm actually keen to see his link up with Sterling, Mount, Reece James, Cucurella. I feel like he's going to do the bits for us, and I'm hoping he comes in and just bangs in goals. We need goals. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Casemiro to Man United. Here we go. Look at this, Mr. Casemiro with that Man United jersey. I mean, obviously this has been edited, but it's a fine edit. Look, do you know what? This is a good purchase for Man United. All this time I thought they were in the mud, but I have to say, they've done good business here. Obviously, in terms of good businesses in the player, they've done good business in terms of player, but they're paying quite a lot of money for this particular player. He is part of that dynamic trio of Modric and Kroos. Now he's going to find himself playing with McTominay and Fred. It's just mad. I mean, I guess the bottom line with Casemiro is, I know this is good money that you're moving. There is no other reason. You're moving to Man United for good money. You forget about all this new challenge. It's not about the new challenge. It's about getting money. But where's the self-respect, man? Like, you're leaving Kroos and Modric for McTominay and Fred. Oh, my God. That's insane. Casemiro to Man United. Here we go. Real Madrid accepted all details of the bid. Clubs preparing contracts right now. 60 million euros fixed fee plus 10 million add-ons. Like, that's decent. 70 million all up. Casemiro has full agreement on 4-year deal. Option until 2027, medical, and then visa to be sorted during the weekend. Look, top quality player for Man United. I think a proper defensive midfielder, but someone who's also very, very good on the ball. I mean, if you saw some of the matches from last season, it's not like, a lot of people have this misconception that he doesn't see the ball much. Like, he actually sees the ball a lot as a deep lying sort of player, not just someone without the ball. Fine defensive midfielder in terms of destroying play, winning the play, tackles, being aggressive. He's a leader, but also with the ball. I mean, you don't play for Brazil if you're not good with the ball, man. And similarly with Real Madrid, he allows players like Modric and Kroos to really, sort of dominate that midfield in terms of just simple passes, and sometimes he plays some decent balls as well. And at times you may see him just sneaking in outside the box, and then having those opportunistic moments. Look, Man United, 100% upgrade on McTominay and Fred. I could possibly see him and Eriksen playing, in a pivot where Casemiro plays as the deepest midfielder, and then you got Eriksen that can be a little bit more expressive, and then you can add Bruno Fernandes in there as well. 100% this wasn't Man United's first choice, or else they would have got this player a long time ago. They're obviously getting into this situation where the fans are pushing them, and they're finally getting this done. I suppose fans making those noise that they want new owners, and perhaps they're making this move only to just appease them, I suppose, right now. But at the end of the day, appease or not appease, it's a good signing. It's a good signing. But for me, ladies and gentlemen, him on his own ain't going to cut it. He's definitely not going to be available for Liverpool. I feel like Man United's up for a big-time whooping against Liverpool. But I'm keen to see how he fits in. Rafael Varane, Casemiro, Ronaldo. I mean, all of these ex-Real Madrid players that have won so much from a club level point of view, in Europe and also in La Liga. I'm keen to see how Casemiro does. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, what you think. I think this is a very, very good purchase, and one that would be very beneficial for Erik ten Hag, because Erik ten Hag at the moment is in the mud big time with that squad. That squad reeks, absolutely reeks. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about both of these news in terms of Aubameyang, in terms of Man United getting Casemiro as well. I think it's a decent signature. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's my reaction. But as I said, before I finish off, a special announcement for all those people that stuck around to hear this. There's something really, really interesting that's going to happen, especially during the watch-alongs, mostly during the watch-alongs. A bit of an enhancement in terms of a particular game we're going to play. Do look out for it. If you enjoy Fantasy Premier League, just imagine playing Fantasy Premier League live match, live scenario, playing Fantasy Premier League on the live match. That is something, we've got installed in this particular channel. So do look out for that. More on it will be coming soon, and you should know everything about it, because watch-alongs are going to be hella exciting from here on in. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. See ya.